Metroid Dread comes to Switch on October 8th.
Game that Hunter just materialized into existence.
Yeah, Hunter, as we all know, you developed this game for the Nintendo Switch in an attempt to spite us. How are you thinking it's coming along? Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the HGO podcast. I'm your host for today, Ethan, and as always, I am with the boys, Kyle and Hunter. Hey guys, how you doing?
Pretty good. I'm doing just swell.
We've had a week off. It's, we hope you guys didn't miss us too much. We are back after an extended period of Ethan being ill and the 4th of July happening. It was a very terrible coincidence, so we couldn't get an episode to you last week, so we apologize for that. But don't worry, we're here and we're ready to talk about video games. It's going to be great. In this week's episode, we are going to talk to you about every game that's coming out, hopefully, in the rest of this year. It'll be fun. We'll see. But yeah, I say we'll get into it. But first, we'll do a little bit of a spiel because we have got an exciting announcement. But yeah, this is HGO, where every week we come to you to talk about everything that's hot in the world of gaming. You can find us on podcast services everywhere. If you want to head to the link tree, linktr.ee/hotgamersonly, you can find us on every podcast service. So if you don't want to look at our stupid mugs, you can listen to our stupid voices instead every week on podcast services, which is great. But if you do want to look at our stupid mugs and want to watch the video version, you can go to youtube.com/hotgamersonly. We did it. Woo! We did it. youtube.com/hotgamersonly. Where you can watch us every Monday at 5 p.m. UK time, 12 p.m. Eastern. We got it. Thank you so much for 100 subs. That means we did hit 100 subs. So thank you so much. Yeah, we finally have the YouTube username so we can start doing that instead of going with stupid bit.ly links that people might think are suspicious. To keep the sub train rolling, we'd really appreciate it if you continue to support. Keep telling your friends. Keep telling everybody to sub to the channel and watch. We really do appreciate it. We'd love to keep the sub train rolling past 100. I believe what the current idea has been since talking for the past hour about what potential sub goals are for Halloween. We may do some special costumes and go out of our way to look like fools or look cool, depending on which way we go. I know which route I'll be going. What do you expect from me? Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So please keep subbing. Please keep telling everybody. And yeah, that's that. Let's get into it. In fact, you know what? Let's do a bit of a catch up because it's been a while. How have you guys been? Because genuinely, we haven't spoken in 2 weeks. It's been that off. Our schedules have been that off that we haven't talked. So how have you guys been?
Oh, I've been doing all right. Been playing Scarlet Nexus and Mario Golf still.
How have you been finding?
Mario Golf has been decent. Basically what I've been doing is I've been going through backlogs of bands I've wanted to listen to more of. And putting on albums of them while I play Mario Golf. So that's been fun. And then Scarlet Nexus, I've been enjoying still. I'm on the second character now. And we'll hopefully be done with that by the end of the weekend.
Nice. But now, I've been meaning to do that for a while. Obviously, I do a radio show. So I listen to a load of new music every week and I add it all. But I have the cardinal sin. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I genuinely just have the playlist. I don't have playlists. I have the dump where it's
I have the playlist.
Yeah, the playlist where you have 300 songs and it's super outdated, and you will literally have times where you are sitting on Spotify and you're like, I don't want to listen to this one, skip. And then you literally end up skipping 8 songs in a row. That's what I've ended up doing before, where I'm like, skip. And the solution should just be making new playlist. But I'm just like, no.
I did that just today while I was driving, dude.
Yeah.
Don't even feel bad.
I need to do it anyway. Regardless, Kyle, how have you been?
I've been pretty solid. Like Hunter, I've been playing Scarlet Nexus.
Fucking
I finished
nerds.
Scarlet Nexus. 100% got the plat, which I never do for games.
Wow.
Congratulations.
You're catching me up.
Oh yeah, me and my 4 plats are coming to get you, Ethan.
Yeah, you've just got 113 more, I think, to get, and then you're tied. Easy. You'll be fine.
If you put them together with mine, you'll have 102 more. I don't know.
Way to go. Don't worry, it says more about me than it does about you. It just says terrible things about me.
I'm not a completionist, but You know, the fact that Scarlet Nexus was able to, like this whole year of games, I like for new games and even older games in my backlog I've gone back to, nothing has really hooked me in like Scarlet Nexus did. I don't even know why. Like the gameplay was just super fun, quick, and addictive. Like it's a really good game.
No, I feel that. I don't know about you, like you, Hunter, but this year to me has 100% been a year where I just haven't been clicking with games. Like last year, it felt like I was clicking with like everything that came out. Like I played Royal and I absolutely adored it. I played Remake and I also loved that a lot. I played Last of Us Part 2 and it hit me in the right way that made me really adore that game. And just like hit after hit of games where I'm like, damn, these are so good and I'm having a ball playing them. This year, I have just been, it feels like playing games to pass the time in a weird way. And yeah, we do that because we have this podcast that we talk about games every week. You feel like you have to play games in some way, shape or form. But it is one of those things where it's been like, I've been playing Remake again. I just finished it for the third time playing Intergrade. So there you go, Jack. Beating it again in the time it's taken you to still be in Chapter 9. Still need those 10 gifts, by the way. I know you're listening, watching.
I can understand what you mean. I think this has been more of just a me problem this year where I've been very slow going with my... By this time last year, I had already had like double the amount of games completed.
And it's not just that, right? I've played games that I've really enjoyed this year. Like I played Bloodborne for the first time this year.
Yeah, me too.
I got back into Stardew Valley, which was great. But it's like nothing has... I've not gone to bed on like a Friday night and woken up on a Saturday and gone, oh, I really want to go and play this game. Like I've not had that feel where I'm like, oh, I really want to play this today.
Yeah,
it's just like a...
I haven't had the AI or the Persona or the Hades hit me yet. I feel like one of those might be upcoming soon, but
I hope.
You know.
Well, I guess we'll find out because that's a great tangent because we are going to find out what game's coming out this year. And we're going to do it right now. Basically, what we're going to do is we have got a great list up from the folks over at Game Informer. So shout outs to Game Informer. If I look like Casper, it's because their website is completely white. So I apologize. And no, I am wearing a shirt because I've just realised how fucking pale I look. It's all good. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to go month by month. We're going to start with the month that we're in now, July, shocker. And then we're going to go each month and we're just going to talk about games that we're looking forward to in particular, and also big games that are still coming out. So I'm looking at this list and I don't know where the best place to start is other than Space Jam: A New Legacy coming to Xbox. Am I right, guys? Hell yeah, gamers, rock on. But
I've never cared for the Space Jam IP. Like in general,
I liked Space Jam as a kid, but it was like it's one of those films you watch as a kid where you know that it's not particularly good, but it's dumb and it's funny, and you kind of liked it. I only
saw Space Jam once.
Yeah, I mean the only reason it's been
one of those things that was on TV as a kid for me, and that's it.
I mean the only reason I feel like it stayed in public zeitgeist is because of fucking Lola and the amount of furries that fucking movie created.
Spawned, yeah.
Literally, like truly is an achievement. But anyway, moving on. I guess we should start.
Movie, they created as many as Sonic did with a whole series.
True.
Thank you, Sonic.
We're not going on a furry tangent. We are not going on a furry tangent. But what I was going to say was, I don't even think that people that find Lola Bunny hot are necessarily furries. That's how powerful Space Jam was. It's just it made everybody horny. Even the non-furries were like, maybe. But anyway, I digress. Moving on. We're not talking about Space Jam: A New Legacy.
Maybe.
I guess we should start off with Nintendo's greatest achievement, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. Great features, including paying for an amiibo for fast travel and putting Fi on push to talk. I don't know. Is anyone picking this up? I'm not, and I haven't played the game.
Yes. I'm going to get it.
You're going to... thank you, Hunter. Taking one for the team. But to be fair...
No, I'm getting it. Completely motivated by the fact that I haven't played this game in years, don't have a Wii, and would definitely...
And you really liked it.
When I start playing it again.
You really liked
it. It was my favorite before Breath of the Wild.
Mm-hmm. But no.
So I'm looking forward to grabbing it and at least playing it for a few days before Chris Tales comes out.
Well, yeah, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, that's my one thing is with Skyward Sword is if I had money rolling in, like, and I could just be buying shit, I probably would pick it up because I haven't played Skyward Sword. I didn't have a Wii, so I didn't play it when it came out, and obviously I didn't play it on Wii U because the only game I played on Wii U was Mario Kart, and that was about it, and Smash 4. Those are the two games that I had that console for. So I don't know. It might be one that I pick up later, but I said that about a Link to the Past. Is it the what? No, it's a Link's Awakening.
Link's
that's
Awakening
the remake on Switch,
Yeah.
and I still haven't picked that up. So, and I probably should because that game's probably going to be worse. It's probably like Xenoblade now, where it's like, good luck buying a copy of Xenoblade 2, boys. Fingers crossed for a reprint. Am I right?
But I feel like if you're someone who got into Zelda with Breath of the Wild and haven't played Skyward Sword yet, it would be good to look at it if you haven't, because thinking back on it, a lot of the things in Skyward Sword seem like they were kind of a test bed for things that they fleshed out in Breath of the Wild, like the stamina meter and other such things, like the item collecting.
Durability on shields.
Yeah. But no, it's a potential. I do think it's a bit ludicrous, the amount of money they're charging for it, especially on top of the
full price is
amiibo.
whack.
Not including that amiibo functionality in the game is just a dickhead move. Like, I know people are like, oh, it's not that much. It's just like a weird fast travel thing that's not even that. I'm like, just give it to people. Like, that's
a normal feature.
Like Kojima with the director's cut of Death Stranding, which we'll talk about later. It's just a $10 upgrade, right? Like, that's the thing. But if you buy Death Stranding director's cut on PS5 with the actual disc, it's not like it's like, oh yeah, and then to get the fucking racing minigame, be sure to buy the Sam Porter Bridges amiibo so that you can fucking unlock it, Timmy. No.
You know, you just said those words, and somehow I could imagine the man making an amiibo for Death Stranding, even though it's not on the Switch.
100%. He's going straight to Nintendo for that. He's like, yo, Nintendo, I want to make an amiibo of Sam Porter Bridges. I'm not putting the game. I just want that. Thank you. Like, of course, why not?
I just want it.
Anyway, moving on to July 20th, we have a double dip for indie fans. We have Hunter's long-anticipated release of Chris Tales, which is a game...
Genuinely, now that I think about it, probably, aside from things like Zelda and Horizon, which in Horizon's case probably still aren't coming out this year, this is probably my most anticipated game of this year.
We can hope. Honestly,
I think it looks really good, and if it's good as I believe it can be, I'm gonna like it a lot.
I think it's gonna be good. From what I've seen, it looks really charming and it looks really fun. So I'm sure that people have a blast with it. I don't know if it's up my alley particularly, but I mean,
you're not exactly a big old school JRPG guy, which is kind of what this game is influenced by. Like, Kyle would probably like.
Kyle, you'll probably like it quite a bit.
I probably would.
So hey, who knows? Maybe you will. Who knows? We'll
Hunter
see.
said 4 words in an order that I liked hearing them in. And
old school JRPG game.
Cal's like, I heard turn-based. I said old school turn-based JRPG. I'm in.
Did someone call me?
Yeah. But not only do we have that, we also have on July 20th, the same day, Death's Door, which is a newer announcement coming to Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One and PC, which is basically... people have been saying that it's like Bird Dark Souls. I think Hunter's description of it that you gave earlier while we were off was better.
It looks more like closer to Bastion or Hades, the way it, the isometric view and the action of it.
It looks like a isometric kind of hacky slashy kind of game mix that's kind of taken elements from the Dark Souls franchise of multiple pathways and big lavish bosses that look hard as bulls. But it looks interesting nevertheless.
It doesn't look strictly Dark Souls. Yeah, it looks cool. And
I have enough faith of it to have put it in my fantasy draft. We were supposed to be talking about fantasy draft today.
It cracks me up. It cracks me up now that I think about it. Because you wanted someone to steal Chris Tales from me in the original draft, and that's coming out the same day that a game that you counterplayed me for is coming out too.
I mean, to be fair, I wanted Chris Tales. I wanted someone to steal Chris Tales, But I was too busy getting racing games that just didn't release, so it was fine, you know. Next year, my plan will go into motion again, and we'll see if it works out this
I
time.
hope a Twisted Metal game gets announced for next year too.
Not picking that. You can have that one. Then after that, Microsoft Flight Simulator finally makes its way to Xbox Series X and S on July 27th. I heard a load of good things about Flight Simulator. You say that,
really
but people
liked it.
loved that last year, Kyle. The nerds
I know, dude, it was
loved
up
it.
for some categories in Game of the Year.
Best
Don't worry,
simulator.
July 20.
I'm
July
pretty sure
20
it won.
Yeah, I think it did. July 27th is a stacked day because Flight Sim comes to Xbox Series X and S. Then, also Samurai Warriors 5, if you like if you like Warriors games and didn't play fucking Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity or Persona 5 Strikers in the past 6 months, well, boy, have I got a game for you. It's called Samurai Warriors 5 and it's coming out on the exact same day on literally everything except PS5. Okay, there you go. It's on Xbox Series X and S, but not PS5. Maybe Phil Spencer's holding Samurai Warriors 5 over there.
But is it on the PS4 somehow?
Yes, it's on the PS4.
Yeah.
Skipping.
It's
But
like
not
it's
PS5,
like
that's
it's,
weird.
it's like Yakuza Like a Dragon, where they have the next gen exclusivity. Who knows?
Oh,
Anyway,
right.
moving on. I'm saving the one that Kyle cares about the most till the end, so don't worry, Kyle. We will get to
Do you
Neo.
think I care about that game?
Next up is the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, which I'm sure Hunter is looking forward to quite a bit. I can't wait to
Yeah,
meet
I'll
Herlock
probably
Sholmes
pick
and the
that
rest of the
up.
gang.
Dude, I already like the Ace Attorney
I love that.
series in general because of its writing and characters, and seeing it put into this fun time period,
Mm.
I'm looking forward to trying that out.
Honestly, Ace Attorney is a franchise that I've been meaning to get into after my love and hate relationship with Danganronpa.
I feel like you would at least like it more than Danganronpa.
I like Danganronpa 1. I feel like we've got this shaded look of Ethan hates everything Danganronpa. I really liked the first one.
No, I get you. I
I
really
really
I'm just
liked
saying,
the first
even
one.
knowing
I just
how you
really
actually
hated
feel
the
about
second
them.
one. I just really despise Danganronpa 2 with a passion. It's all good. And we have a while to wait because the physical version of Danganronpa Decadence isn't until December. So I'm going to have a nice little break from
dated it now?
Danganronpa. Pardon? But yeah.
That got dated?
Yes, pre-orders are also available right now if you want to go and make sure you get a physical copy of that if you want it. I don't know if they're available in America yet, but they're definitely available in Europe because I have a pre-order. So there we go. Hopefully I have the money for it by December, am I right? Haha, hopefully. We'll see. Please subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Rounding out the July 27th, we have Neo, The World Ends With You, the long-awaited sequel to that game on the DS that those people liked, and it was in Kingdom Hearts in it. I don't know, Kyle.
And that's how I know about the game.
Yeah, you are our Square Enix person. You are our JRPG guy. Does
This
Neo
isn't
do
my
it?
expertise.
Does it? Are you even slightly interested though in Neo, The World Ends With You?
I've been wanting to try The World Ends With You for a long time, but I just have way too much of a backlog to give it the time of day or to even
Thing
remember
about-
that I want to play it.
The thing about The World Ends With You is that I know it got ported to the Switch, but people say that's also not the way
Yeah,
to play
apparently
it.
it's a
And
terrible
I don't
port.
have, I don't have a DS either.
And if you did, it's a really
Knowing
rare game. No
that,
one has
it's
it.
probably expensive.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Oh god, dude, buying old games sucks online. I tried to get Silent Hill 3 and 4 last weekend, and it was a tedious affair. I had to pay, like, I don't know where it went, but, like, I got just the disc of 4 for, like, $50.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh,
It-
yep.
Didn't even... It
You know-
didn't even have the
$100
case.
for the DS game.
Yeah, fuck that.
Sweet
You know,
Jesus.
it really sucks because I don't know about you guys, right? But like when we were in our teens and we were like, it was like mid to late 2010s, right, on YouTube, and you'd see all these collectors for like NES and SNES, and you'd see some ridiculous prices, and I'd just sit there and laugh and go, yeah, old games worth a lot, right? But now that it's like 2021 and it's getting to the point where PS2 games are getting expensive, and even PS3 games are starting to go up in price. I'm like, those are that is my defining years of growing up.
Reality's
I'm like
catching up
scared.
too quickly.
Yeah, it's genuinely one of those things where I'm like, oh damn, it wasn't just NES games weren't expensive just because they were old. It was because people had nostalgia, and now the nostalgia's rising to the games that I like. No,
Dude, I think
Shoutouts
one of
to
the most
Pokemon DS
insulting
games.
things about my little attempt to get Silent Hill 3 last weekend was that in the eBay suggestions for this $80 purchase it wanted me to make, it was also like, oh, buy Assassin's Creed over here for like $3. I'm like, God, why are the games that I don't want so cheap?
Do you know what's funny? It's going to be a sad day when it costs more than $3 to get Assassin's Creed for the PS3. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a sad day where we all cry.
Dude.
But no, you saying about the DS games of Pokemon, Cal, is the reason why I own every fucking version of every 3DS Pokemon game. Because I was like, I'm not missing out. And I'll probably start doing the same for the Switch ones as well. Because they're a nest egg, dude. I can't wait. Salu when I can sell that fucking thing off and buy a house. Can't wait. Can't wait for Oras.
I'm not gonna play and enjoy you here, Brilliant Diamond, but you're gonna buy my house one day.
Nest
One day
egg.
it'll be worth a Brilliant Diamond.
Yeah, literally literally, guys. If you want to invest, don't invest in stocks. Literally, just buy like 100 copies of the newest Pokemon game and just put them away in a fucking cupboard for like a decade or two, and then they'll be worth like you'll buy yourself a house in no time. Finish.
It's like scalping, but it's a long con.
It's the long con, yeah, exactly.
Like, just for fun, go look up how much Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver costs.
It's not fun.
And look at that number and tell me you don't want to just give up.
The thing with Heart Gold and Soul Silver though is Heart Gold and Soul Silver has always been an anomaly. It's always been expensive. That game didn't rise, and like, yes, it's risen in price to ludicrous amounts in the past couple of years, but even when that game was new, it never fell. And it's always been like $50, $60 for like to buy a copy of that game, even for like the past 6 years, 7 years. It's really been terrible trying to get that game. But anyway,
I'm very fortunate. I own a copy of both.
Don't get you.
And I got those for cheap.
My copy of Soul Silver died.
Only Soul Silver has the box.
Yeah,
but
I have a copy of Soul Silver that I bought like a couple of years ago, which I'm like 90% sure is real, but I'm not even sure that it might not even be a legit copy. But even if it is, it's an American version, so I literally have like a because European versions of everything again are like fucking magical pixie dust that just doesn't fucking exist. So I have like I have the PAL box and Pokewalker and everything in pristine condition. I just don't have the game. Damn. I literally have the hard bits to find. I just don't have the damn cart. One day. Anyway, I say one day. I better go on that
hey, dude,
quick.
Just sell replica carts or just sell replica boxes.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, finishing
People
up.
do that on eBay.
I'm not surprised.
It reminds me I need to buy a replica box for my discs of Final Fantasy VIII.
That's
because they're all just loose.
I saw the Silent Hill boxes go for as much as the games do on their own. It's stupid. I hate it.
Yeah, right. That last bit of this tangent before we get back on track. Who are the dumb fucks that have disc-only, like, PS2 games or Xbox games? These fuckers blow my mind. Who the... I get, right, GBA, NES, right, yeah, but did you buy them with just the disc, Kyle?
Yes.
That's fine.
My first copy of Xenosaga is just the disc.
You are forgiven. You are forgiven.
I have the actual case now.
I pardon you.
I pardon you. Well done. No, what I'm saying is, I'm talking about...
I also have 2 copies of Xenosaga 1, by the way.
Right. Yeah, okay.
That's my flex.
There's your There's your nest egg. There's your nest egg. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, I get it with GBA, NES, N64. All of that shit, right? I understand why people threw away the cardboard boxes because they were fucking cardboard, right? But who were the dumb fucks that bought a PS2 game and went, that's a nice hard plastic case, let's fucking take the fragile disc out, put it in a fucking drawer and chuck that fucker away? Like, who were the dumbasses that did that?
I have a friend who was the kind of guy who put them in like a CD book.
No.
I'm like, yeah.
You see, I had one of those for like, God, this is how old we are, right? Because we used to have, like, when we used to go on holiday, we had a portable DVD player. Kids, back in the day, Netflix didn't exist, so you had to have a portable screen with a DVD player attached, right? And it's so sad. There are probably people in their 30s that are, like, fucking cringing right now, and they're like, they think that's old. But I used to have one of those.
I had a cassette player.
They
Until
didn't.
hear
Yeah.
about the 8 tracks.
Wait till they hear about fucking VHS and how you had to rewind that bastard back every time.
And hope the tape didn't kill itself on rewind.
Exactly. I love how we've gone from game releases to just boomer fucking vibes. It's great. But no. So I used to have one of those characters. Yeah, I used to have one of those
memes.
Fucking don't get me started. We can have that fight at one point. I'm not. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. But
Come on, Ethan. Minions or Baby Yoda? Which one do you like?
I actually okay. I'm gonna get so much shit for this. I like the Minions. Fucking kill me. I like the Minions.
They were.
I think Despicable Me is a good film, dude. Despicable Me is a great film.
I haven't seen 2.
Second one's also good. The second one's also good. 3 shit. 3's pretty meh, and the Minions movie's shit. But 1 and 2 are great, and I actually liked the Minions in those films. Fucking sue me. I feel like it's been the cool thing since 2013 to hate on the Minions, but I've sat there being like, I like the Minions. To the point where when I went to Universal Studios, I've bought not 1, but 2 fucking Minion plushes. Sue me, bitches. I am a Minion stan, except I hate the memes on Facebook. Mums, calm down. Right, back to video games. We're going to wrap it up with the greatest release of all time. Kyle has been dreaming of this day, and finally, it's happening. Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster Series is coming to PC, iOS, and Android on July 29th. They have picked a special font for you guys to experience.
Remaster is.
Pardon? Who fucking knows? All we know is it's coming to PC, the font's shit, and Final Fantasy fans will, of course, buy it because that's what they do.
The characters look ugly. Like, I look at this title, and I just feel nothing.
Same. I feel something. I feel sad.
I'm not excited. I don't feel anything looking at it. Like, I'm happy that the old, ugly-looking Steam versions are being removed from existence. But also, now we just have new ugly-looking ones with washed-out sprites.
Well, you can't have them all. But that rounds out. And also,
we make a SNES game look like a PS3 game.
that indie game one of the indie games that showed up at the Xbox showcase, The Ascent, which was that was that one with the red art style that looked kind of interesting, is also coming to Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S on July 29th. Is also on PC if you care for it. Moving on. That rant made the July section look like there was a load to fucking play. But hey, welcome. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, come on in, because it's just literally a couple of friends chatting shit.
That happens a lot.
Come on in. Pull up a chair. You are the 4th chair on this chatting shit conversation with your friends. I hope you have a nice day.
It was meant to be Jack.
It was supposed to be Jack,
here.
but he didn't show up again for like the 5th time in the past 2 months. Anyway, I'm not mad, but you know who is mad? Randy Pitchford, because Godfall is coming to the PS4 on August 10th. The next-gen exclusive that could only be made on next-gen is coming to PS4 on August 10th. Maybe Hunter will get another trailer that he can really enjoy. Fingers crossed.
Dude, if this shows up at a conference, I'm punching my screen.
Can you imagine State of Play? We're all waiting there. We're all waiting for the fucking horizon, and it's like, hey guys, you want to try Godfall again? Come on. I heard you like
Hunter just disappears for 5 minutes.
Fucking Randy Dandy.
Screaming in the background.
Fucking starts hitting his head on the wall. He's like, I've had enough. But no, that is coming. Also, the Falcon Ear, which was a game where you played as a falcon that was on the Xbox Series X and S as an exclusive at launch, is now available on PS5 and PS4 and Switch on August 5th. Interesting, that one, because it was weird that the Falconeer came out at the exact same time as that other game that came out on PS5. Gosh, what was it called? What was it called? All I know is Thingy did the soundtrack. Austin Wintory did the soundtrack. And with that piece of information, I can look it up, because Austin...
Pathless?
The Pathless, thank you. Which was also
I actually wasn't sure if you were doing a bit there or not, or if you actually just forgot.
I genuinely forgot what it was called.
called.
Yeah, it was called The Pathless, and all I know is Austin Wintory did the soundtrack, and it's apparently very good, which I need to pick up at some point. But no. Similar game to that with a
I
bird
only
in it.
remembered that because in his like little Twitter thing for a long time, it said Austin Winter is pathless or something.
Yeah, there you go. But no, that's coming pretty soon. Then a game that Cal's very much looking forward to is coming out on August 12th. It's called Skatebird. It's available on Xbox One, Switch, PC, and Linux. Basically, part of the fuck you PlayStation Brigade, which you love to see. Which after all these
I just
indie,
like it because it looks silly.
yeah, after all the indie news that we had about how shitty apparently it is to get an indie game on PlayStation, I no longer blame them for putting it on everything else. So I'm like, hey, fair enough. But no, Skatebird's funny because the first time I heard of Skatebird, I don't know about you, Hunter, I heard about it in the Kind of Funny Indie Showcase. That's what I heard about it.
Was it like their 2019 one?
Yeah, it was revealed there, so I've
Yeah,
known about it for a
okay.
while. So the fact that you picked it
Yeah.
up, Kyle, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
I think he picked it up because I offhandedly mentioned it during
Yeah.
one of his Pokemon streams.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I somehow got to talking about that on stream, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
But no,
I'll pick it up. Who cares?
Yeah.
But no,
It looks silly.
God, looking at August, there's actually quite a few games to pick up in August, so keep your eye on it. But no, Skatebird is essentially Tony Hawk's Pro Skater meets, I don't know what it meets. It's
A
like
bird.
not even, yeah, not what. It's like meets Toy Story, where you're playing in like massive like rooms. Like it's like you're little and everything's large. It's
Like,
quite
just-
cool.
Yeah.
Go watch the trailer for it, guys. It's really cute.
It looks like chill
is.
vibes. I can get down with it. And then
It
a
looks
day,
really
yeah.
comfy.
And then a day later, Hunter buys 16 copies of Hades as it's now available on PlayStation 5,
It's
Xbox Series
true,
X and
we're
X,
gonna buy it
PlayStation
again.
4, and Xbox One. It's available super cheap. It's only $20, by the way. It's not even that bad of a deal. So, and it's also going to have a physical version, which I'm sure Hunter will at least buy one of.
Yes. In the time it's been since the last time I've talked about Hades on this podcast, I've purchased it for a friend.
Oh,
So,
nice. It wasn't me or Kyle, so we're offended.
Would you
true.
Would you like one?
No,
I
I'm
will
gonna
buy
buy-
you a copy.
I wouldn't refuse one.
I wouldn't either, but if we can wait for the PlayStation version, that'd be swell. But no, that's coming to August 13th, and I'm sure everybody is looking forward to it. I know I definitely am. I'm probably going to pick it up at this point. It's going to be fun
Yeah, I guess I'll finally pick it up.
as it's available on
We'll
everything.
see.
That's like 5.
Jack will be excited because he's picked this one up. Humankind is available on August 17th for PC, which I believe is like a weird strategy
I don't
game.
even remember what this game is.
It's a strategy game, I believe.
Is this the one about?
It looks like
Strategy games that Jack loves.
it looks like Civilization, kind of like Age of
I
Empires,
remember
kind of.
that one episode where he asked us what our favorite RTS was.
That was quite
I
possibly
do.
the worst episode of HGO we might have done.
Come on, that was a fun episode.
Right, it was funny to record. I think watching it is one of the worst experiences because it's like you need to be in on the joke. Like you need to be like. I like to consider this podcast to just be like a chill hangout with friends. If you want to come and join us and just hang out with us and talk about shoot the shit is basically what I like to see this podcast as. Is whoever watches this, you're just one of us, you're just listening on conversations, having a fucking riot. But you have to be like in it. Like most of the time, I'm just like, if this is your first time, welcome on in, come on in. That fucking episode of the podcast is genuinely the definition of, I hope you've done your homework of the previous 56 episodes. Because my God, you need to know every little detail to get every stupid reference we made. But no, it's basically a strategy game and it's out on August 17th.
That's the lore episode.
Then a
That's
game
the
that we have
lore
been waiting.
check.
It's the lore. This is the vibe check, dude. It's the vibe check. I'm just gonna very quickly do this on Discord just because it looks like it's a bit laggy, but we should be fine. Oh well, have fun with that, future Ethan, if that's a problem. Speaking of games that people have been waiting for and excited for, 12 Minutes comes to Xbox, all Xbox platforms and PC on August 19th. It's a game where you're
Finally.
about a guy stuck in a time loop. And it stars Willem Dafoe, Daisy Ridley, and
Video
who's
games really
is it?
like
Is it
time
Mark
loops this
Wahlberg?
year.
Who's the third person that's in it? Is it Mark?
Will McAvoy?
Will
Or
Mac-
not
that's
Will,
it.
McAvoy.
James McAvoy. James
It's
McAvoy,
Not
that's-
Will. Will McAvoy's from The Newsroom. He's the main character.
Yeah, James
McAvoy's
McAvoy,
the
that's
actor.
It was James McAvoy, Willem Dafoe, and Daisy Ridley, which I think it's going to be an
This
interesting
might be another
experience.
one that I do the month of Game Pass to play.
Interesting.
And then cancel.
You see, right, here's my thing now is, especially with Xbox's last E3, they've basically convinced me that at some point in the next year or two, I'm probably going to buy an Xbox at some point. So all these cool games, I'm basically writing in a list of, when I get that Xbox, we're going to have a fucking fun month when we buy Game Pass and we literally just play a load of fun, like a load of fun shit that I've been missing out on, is essentially what I'm going to do. And 12 minutes is definitely on that list. What's on Kyle's list is definitely this next entry, Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, available for PlayStation 5 and PS4. They're not leaving you behind, Kyle.
Well, I'm leaving it behind.
Oh, you tragedy. What an absolute tragedy. This includes its expansion for the island of Isu. Is it Isu? I think it's the island of Isu.
I don't remember.
Let me do a issues island. Iki Island. No, that's not it. Is it? Today we reveal that we're a new coming take place. Yeah, it is Iki Island. I'm an idiot. It is Iki Island. There we go. So yeah. I'm not right. I think the pricing model for it is so fucking whack. Like the director's cut for Death Stranding makes sense, right? It makes sense where it's like $10. You get the PS5 version, you get the new shit.
It would be the $70. It would be like if you bought the $60 version, and the 10 makes the 70 that you would pay if you bought it.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? But it's like, of course, because it's PlayStation and Ghost of Tsushima is, I believe the way it works is, if you pay $20, you get the director's cut on PS4, so you get the expansion and all the DLCs, and then you pay another $10 and you get it on PS5. And I'm just like, what is this bullshit pricing model?
That's comedic.
It's so dumb.
You know, actually,
like,
I still don't have my copy of the game present, so even if I wanted to play it for some reason.
You see, they said there's a new trophy list, so I'm literally seeing this as trophy stonks. You know, that's what I'm seeing. Is you telling me that I can just transfer my PlayStation 4 save, get a platinum there, then transfer them to the PS5 and get another platinum? All the stonks for a game that I thought was eh. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll pick it up and maybe my thoughts will change on Ghost of Tsushima. Obviously, it's time to get the lads in, boys, because Madden NFL 22 is coming to PlayStation 5 on August 20th. Get your oi-ois in place for when that game inevitably arrives. Get the lads on. It's going to be great. And then, if you're not one for having a game with the boys and want to be a little bitch, then you can play Kenna Bridge of Spirits like we will be on August 24th, which is available for PlayStation 5, PS4, and PC if it doesn't get delayed. How are you guys feeling on Kenna? It's been a while since we've seen it. Are you still looking forward to it?
Yeah, I still think it's going to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it looks like a cool game.
Mm-hmm.
Its animation is nice. I like its vibe.
That's my thing. Is the thing that interested me was not necessarily the gameplay or what it's about. It was the fact that when they said it, they were like, we're a team of like animators who are gonna try and make a game but with like movie like animation. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty sick. And it just, I don't know, it looks interesting to me. I don't know. What about you, Kyle? How are you feeling on Kenna?
It's been so long since I've seen anything about this game. I just remember that like it looked nice when I saw it. So...
I mean, to be fair, that's what I'm basing it off as well. I do have a very loose memory of Kenna. My one thing
I don't know. I might pick it up at some point.
It looks interesting.
Maybe not at launch, but
we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like a coin toss right now on whether I will or not. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. Another game that I am rather interested in and excited for. It's been a long time coming, but people will finally be happy with the release of Psychonauts 2 on August 25th for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. It has been years in the making. Literally, the Kickstarter for this, I think, was in like 2015, 2016. It's been a long time coming, but Psychonauts 2 is finally coming in August. And it's been that long, Hunter, that I bought Psychonauts 1 in 2017 on the PlayStation 2 Classics for PS4 to get ready for it, and I put it off because I was like, I'll play it in 2018 because I'm sure when the game comes out, here we are in 2021.
Have you played Psychonauts since then?
I haven't. I still need to play it, but I've heard
I
nothing
haven't
but
played the first one either.
I haven't played it,
because
but I've heard nothing
just
but
never got
good
to it.
things about Psychonauts. I've heard it's like one of the
Mhm.
best
Yeah,
3D
it
platformers
looks-
ever
It
made.
looks cool,
Um,
and I'm pretty sure I would enjoy it if I sat down to play.
and I'm looking forward to Psychonauts 2 coming out. Again, it might be a game where I wait for Game Pass, but it is available on PlayStation because this will be the last Double Fine game available on PlayStation. So if you're a Double Fine fan, but not a big enough fan apparently to go and buy an Xbox or use your PC, then here's your final chance to play a game from Tim Schafer before he goes into the Microsoft vault forever. There's a game for everybody. You know, you got Kenner on PlayStation, you got Psychonauts on Xbox. Even the Switch has a release this month with No More Heroes 3, another game that we feel like we've been waiting for forever, finally
Okay,
releasing
before we go to
on August
that,
27th.
Oh,
there's a game right underneath of.
You want to what? You want to talk about Proto Corgi?
I just wanted to point out its name and how hilarious it is.
I saw that in the
I'm
list, and
looking-
I'm like, wait, what?
Now I'm like looking at what it is.
You know, I'm going to click on it.
and
It's an action game by.
Okay.
It's being published by Deep Silver. To be fair, it's available on Switch and PC. So hey, if you like corgis, go for it.
It's a horizontal shoot 'em up with arcade gameplay.
Ah.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Nice.
Anyway, No More Heroes 3.
Anyway, proceed.
Kyle, how you
Proceed.
feeling? This game might be coming out.
I'm super stoked to finally have this game.
It's been a while coming.
Like, because what, No More Heroes 2 came out in 2010, 2011?
It was 2010.
A
Yes.
long ass time ago.
hmm
And I'm glad to finally get some kind of a continuation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The original voice cast is coming back, which is amazing, except for Henry. But
feels bad. Quentin Flynn
feels
is great.
bad, man.
Mm,
But
but no.
I'm excited for this game.
Yeah, the end of August, the second half of August is like.
August is stacked
Yeah.
in general.
Interesting.
August is
Like-
stacked in general. There's like a game.
Like,
If you're talking like say you're a PlayStation player, like I assume most of the people that listen to this podcast have a PlayStation and a Switch. That's just what I assume because we don't really talk about Xbox as much because we don't have as much experience on it. Then you literally have, right? You have Hades coming out in August, then like a week later you've got Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, which a lot of people fucking loved. We are in the minority of that one, so I'm sure a lot of people are picking that up. And then after that they have a week where they can pick up Kenneth Psychonauts. And then if they have a Switch, No More Heroes as well. Like there's plenty of games that happen in August.
like for me, it's like 12 minutes, Kenna,
And 12 minutes. I forgot about 12
No
minutes.
More
I'm sorry,
Heroes.
12 minutes.
yeah.
So yeah, there's
So
plenty
that's like
to
3 of them all in like a very
talk about. Yeah.
constrained time. I'm gonna get and play Hades for a little bit, but I'm not gonna do like
Yeah.
all of it
And,
again.
I mean, that's fair
right
enough.
now.
There's
I'll
plenty.
do
There's
that. I'll do it some other time. I'm sure I'll get to it.
yeah, exactly. But no More Heroes 3. I'm excited for people. It does nothing for me. I'm not interested, but at the same time, I'm happy that people are finally getting the long-awaited sequel.
It's also really nice. The whole trilogy will,
It's on one
and
place.
even
Yeah.
Travis Strikes Again. That's all on Switch
All in one
now.
place. Yeah, when I got the 2 physical versions of the games a few days ago, I was like, oh man, I should get Travis Strikes Again now, so I have like all of them.
Mm.
But no, the whole.
I never
yeah.
played Strikes Again, but
Neither did I.
I heard mixed things about it. Some people liked it. Some
Mhm.
people thought it was a bit But hey, hopefully No More Heroes 3.
Suda51 made fun of game reviewers about that in one of his No More Heroes 3 trailers. Because that's the kind of person he is.
Doesn't surprise me. But hey, there you go. And that basically rounds out August, which is looking like a pretty strong month of not necessarily big AAA like blockbuster games, but especially
it's just a lot of stuff.
especially for
happening.
indies,
Just
it's
a
a
lot
good
of
month.
stuff
August
that
is a
are,
good
like,
month for indies.
if you like these things or are interested in these things, they're gonna mean something to you, like for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. But hey, here we go. Moving on, we have September, Earth, Wind and Fire. But to start off, we have The Medium is finally coming to PlayStation 5 on September 3rd. So Hunter will finally be able to get that
Yep.
game that he picked up.
I hope.
I also missed Riders Republic, which is a very weird looking game, which is essentially what it's like sports the video game. Essentially, it's like all kind of it's like stunts the video game. You got snowboarding, you got biking, you've got like It's basically
Yeah, I was
3D
gonna say,
trials.
it looks like they took Steep and then made it with
Fun.
dirt bikes.
Yeah, it looks like they put more effort into it. No, because it has the steep stuff in it. 'Cause it has like the snowboarding and shit like that. But unlike steep, it's not taking itself seriously. It's got like stupid mini games where you can like everyone's going around on a skateboard in an arena and they're trying to attack each other and stuff like that. It looks like a stupid
it's got,
fun
like,
game.
The Tony Hawk multiplayer.
Yeah, basically, it has a load of modes to it. Riders Republic looks interesting. It's one of the more unique releases from Ubisoft as of recent. You've got to give them some credit when they are at least trying to do something relatively non-open world, third-person action
not
game.
open world checklist. It's probably going to be some form of live service eventually, but you know.
True.
Dude, did you hear the news about Assassin's Creed Infinity? Or
I don't even want to
makes
fucking talk
no,
about it.
it cracks me up because it's like they took the two things that I make fun of them for only doing and put them together.
All I know is if Assassin's Creed is going to a live service, that means that I literally only have to play Ragnarok. That's literally it. Then I'm free from the Assassin's Creed curse of having played every fucking one of them. I can finally be like, okay, so see you later. Thanks for the memories. Goodbye.
It makes me laugh that Assassin's Creed Japan is going to be some kind of patch and not a game.
I don't get what they're planning, but hey, it's like 4 years away, so I guess we'll see then. Back for all you furries, on September 7th, Sonic Colors Ultimate gets released. If you guys wanted to play Sonic Colors on a platform that wasn't dead, then now you can. Woo! No more Wii U. It's now free.
It was on the Wii.
Oh, was it the Wii? Was it a Wii game?
It was Wii and DS.
Was it?
I don't know why you're fact checking this. I know I'm right.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'll trust you on that. 'Cause I thought it was part of the exclusivity. You know, the two games that they had to release. No, that was Lost World. Sorry, I'm getting my shitty Sonic games mixed up. My apologies, guys.
Lost
Colors
World
was one of the
Sonic
good
Boom.
ones.
Yeah,
Right.
I haven't played it, but Colors was the one that I heard
Right,
be
guys.
unacceptable
Right.
in comparison to what was surrounding it.
Guys. It's
Look,
time.
it was good by comparison.
Guys,
like
it's
Hunter
guys, yeah,
said.
guys. It's time for you guys to learn, right? There's no such thing as a good 3D Sonic game. I'm sorry to break it to you, Sonic fans. There's no such thing. They're all bad. It's just some of them are acceptable and the others are terrible. It's like, and this is coming from someone that loved Sonic Heroes. I played Sonic Heroes on the PS2 as a kid. I knew suffering, but I loved it. Right?
I knew suffering.
It ran like ass. It loaded like ass. It was ass, but I loved it.
It was ass.
But Sonic games, so 3D Sonic, you just cannot convince me is good. 2D Sonic, mwah, great fucking 2D platformer. But 3D Sonic, fucking in the bin, bad. Awful 3D platforms.
It cracks me up. Sonic remains to be one of those series that I feel like as a video game nerd, I'm going to eventually play at least one or two of. But I will put that day off forever.
We have some. Then we have some games on September 10th. I'm gonna say this one first because I think it's a funny fucking segue. Just like Sonic, WarioWare, Get It Together is coming out on September 10th. Jack is
Actually, those are 3 games in the draft coming out on that day.
yeah, boy.
Oh,
Yeah, boy.
Shit.
But no, anyone excited for WarioWare?
I don't care.
WarioWare looks like one of those things that if someone like placed it into my hand and went play this, I'd be like, okay, cool.
I was a massive
It's one
fan
of
of
those ones
WarioWare on the Wii. I don't remember what it was called. I think was it Smooth Moves. I think it was Smooth Moves. It was on the Wii.
I think that's what it was called.
But
Yeah,
I
I
loved
think
that game
so.
as a party game. When I used to go around my friend's house for Christmas, and all the time we used to put WarioWare on because it was fucking hilarious to play it, and it's a load of dumb fun. But there's something about this
The thing
one
about
where it just doesn't
WarioWare to
hit.
me
Yeah,
is
go
that,
on.
like, unless I got it for exorbitantly cheap, I don't think I would get enough mileage out of it for myself.
Yeah.
To be worth it.
I feel that. But no, there's just something about the gimmick to me. Like, most of the time, WarioWare has, like, WarioWare and DS was, like, obviously stupid. It was like a load of stupid touch games, blow on the microphone. But it was stupid fun, right? This one, it just looks like it's just using two controllers, using the two Joy-Cons as separate things as you move separate characters on each side. It just doesn't look interesting to me. Whereas all the other ones where it's like, oh, fucking swing the Wii remote around like an idiot and fucking spam the touchpad is more fun to me than what this one seems to be doing. So it just doesn't interest me, which is a shame because I really like WarioWare. But hey. Also coming out on this day, packed day for games. Tales of Arise comes to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Tales of Arise wins my award for shittest Western box art that I've seen in a while. Because,
Dude,
man,
I've
is
seen
it fucking
the other
garbage.
version, and it looks so much better.
It's so much better. It's garbage. I don't know what it is about JRPGs getting shit box arts recently. Scarlet Nexus, I also believed, like, some people like the Scarlet Nexus Western box art. I don't. I think it's a bit it's too fucking generic. I'm like, you're an anime game. Stop trying to hide you're an anime game behind some masks, okay? Like, you're not fooling me. But Tales of Arise, like, literally, picture the Japanese box art. For those of you who haven't seen, it's like all blue skies and like green fields and then awesome looking fucking characters, and then the Western box art is like fucking black and white, 2 fucking JPEGs of fucking T-Pose and Andy is just looking serious like they want to fucking, like they're not a part of a JRPG, and it just sucks, that box art. I don't know why they did it, but Kyle,
Yeah, this does kind of suck.
Kyle, JRPG man. Quick, JRPG man, what do you think? Quickly, what do you think?
I don't know. I like the Tales games. I had fun with Symphonia 2 and Tales of Berseria, which that's going to put me on a pike because nobody liked Tales of Symphonia 2 except me, apparently. But I don't know. I enjoy the Tales games. I'll probably pick this up when probably not at launch, but again, later on.
Yeah.
Berseria when it's on sale every other week in the PlayStation Store.
I probably won't get this at launch just because of the other things around it and this being like at least 40-some hours. But I am always interested in playing one. I forever want to go back to Vesperia, but I haven't made time for that. But
No.
like, the Tales games look cool, and I like their vibe, and I hope this one does well for itself.
I feel the same, because like I want to go back and finish Berseria at some point, but I just keep forgetting about it, and it's actually on the shelf. Like, it's not like it's downloaded and I just forgot about it. I own it. It's there. I can hold it.
No, I never played a Tales game. It's just another JRPG series that maybe one day, if I'm bored, I'll get into. But hey, there's too many of them, especially like in that kind of fantasy way. There's too many of the damn things. Too many of them, I say. It's like the fucking post-apocalyptic open world games of the Western world. It's like, we don't need any more of these. We've had enough. Please stop. We don't need another Fallout.
I mean, at least the fantasy JRPGs always feel like they have a bit more pizzazz.
True.
Yeah.
True. I agree with that. And then, probably one of my most anticipated games of the year at this point, because of like. But Life is Strange True Colors finally comes out on September 10th as well for PlayStation 5, for Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One, Switch, Stadia, and PC.
Everything.
It
It's
is
on everything.
Everything. Anyone can buy this. Also, good
Even the Stadia.
Also, good to note, if you are on Switch and you're like, oh, but I have not played any of the Life is Strange games, don't you worry, because the remastered collection is coming out later that month, which includes Life is Strange 1 and Life is Strange Before the Storm, aka the 2 Life is Strange games you probably should play, because Life is Strange 2, in my opinion, is a fucking miss compared to the other two. But man, I'm looking forward to this. I don't know if it's just they've got my hype up, but I'm just like, this.
I think it looks good too. I'm fascinated with it.
I don't know. The power looks interesting. The power from Life is Strange 2 was a bit not spoiling it for anyone. It was basically just what's the power where you can control things with your mind, like you can push things and like grab psychokinesis, telekinesis, whatever it is. That's the power that's part 2. It's just
I only
boring.
know that because of Scarlet Nexus.
Oh well, there you go.
Have you never heard the term telekinesis before? Because it's the same thing.
No.
Same difference.
Potato. But no.
Ethan heard me first.
Cal screamed louder, so I accept him as the correct opinion. Just like on the internet, as it should be. But no, there's something about being able to read people's emotions and being able to alter them and stuff like that, mess with people like that. That seems like an interesting power. And also, it's from Deck 9. They did Before the Storm, and Before the Storm emotionally fucking broke me when that came out in 2017. I'm not even joking. I played the second episode of that game. This is how memorable this game is to me. I played the second episode of that game on New Year's Eve. It was going into the new year. I played the episode and it made me that fucking depressed that I cried for like half an hour after it. And then I was just fucking went to bed. And that was the start of a year for me. That was the start of a year. Literally, my friends weren't around. I was sad. I played Life is Strange. I cried. I went to bed. It was the start of a year, and I was like, "Wow, what a great way to bring in the year."
From Futurama thought he had a bad New Year.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I'm really looking forward to Life is Strange. I'm definitely going to pick it up, even though I did the same with 2 and didn't feel that well. I'm feeling this one.
I mean, at least you'll get all of this one at once.
At once, yeah, exactly.
3 million
Also,
years.
Life is Strange 2, I was very much of the opinion of, I don't know if this is, I was like, I don't know about, like, I was always hesitant on it. I was like, I trust them because I liked Life is Strange 1. It wasn't oh, I'm in. Whereas this one, I'm like, oh, I'm in. I like Alex and I like the way that they're going with this. I just hope they don't release another trailer where they spoil it all because it's Square Enix and that's what they love to fucking do.
I also like the pace at which we're like last year around that time we got like Tell Me Why. So it's I like about one narrative adventure like this a year. It's pretty decent.
And getting it all at once, and like I say, getting all 5 episodes at once. Just the idea of paying for a game and getting it all on that release date is something that's just incredible.
That's wild.
It's never been done before.
Wild, isn't it?
I like the idea of having an episodic game where it's you that chooses when you play the episodes, not a release order. That's kind of cool. Where it's like, hey, we've sorted this out so that you can play this in like 5 3-hour bursts. You choose when you want to play it, but it's still structured like a short form TV series, which I like a lot. Anyway, God, big month September, because just 4 days after that big day, we finally got the game that seems to never release. Deathloop is coming for PS5 and PC. The second to last Bethesda game coming to PlayStation. How you guys watched that state of play? That was a bit shit. I just want to know, Hunter, because you remember me seeing this game for the first time, right? And I was fucking into it. I was like, damn, this looks like a load of fun. And the more they people, like I saw Jeff, like people have said after the state of play, they're like, oh, that's the trailer that sold me on Deathloop. And me, personally, every time I see Deathloop more, I'm less interested
the trailer,
in it.
Either the last state of play or 2 state of plays ago, where they had that cool song, was the best one they did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember which one specifically. But like,
you see, I got my
interested.
Yeah. I got my
I
ideas.
Wish they would stop showing me.
Same. I got excited for it
that
because
fried eggs line was funny though.
Yeah. I'll tell you why I was disappointed about Deathloop, or I am feeling disappointed about it. The main reason is when it was announced, it was the whole idea of there are 8 people that you have to kill on this island, and you have to kill all of them in a single loop, or because if you die, you go back. And I thought it was going to be a massive game of, okay, the whole island's at play. I need to figure out in the span of a day how to kill all 8 of them before this other person fucking kills me and then restarts the loop. What it actually is there's 4 levels and you can choose which order to do them in, and there's people, and the people in the levels will depend on what actions you've done. And that instantly has kind of put me off it, because the idea that I wanted was this open sandbox area where I literally became fucking James Bond or Hitman and literally just assassinated 8 people in one go, literally fucking running around the map. Stealth in it. That's what was interesting to me, and this whole idea of 4 levels and it being a lot more linear has kind of made me go, oh, I kind of wanted it to be like this big thing.
Aw.
I can understand how that would disappoint you.
I mean, it's my fault. Like, they didn't, like...
That doesn't bother me so much because, in my own experience, linear levels tend to get more thought put into them than sandbox levels.
True.
That doesn't bother me very much, especially since last console generation just beat us into the ground with open world level structures.
Yeah.
But I'm still interested in this. I'll still pick it up because Life is Strange, I'll probably be done with by the time it comes out.
True. I mean, I don't know. I am still interested in it. It's just kind of disappointing to me because we've had this whole resurgence of the roguelite genre, right? Where you've got this whole
This thing doesn't read to me like a roguelike. So
No,
much as
but
it
that's the
reads to me
thing, yeah.
Similar to Majora's Mask.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Hunter. To me, I thought it was going to be more of a. I thought that this was if this was a roguelike, I feel like this would be the roguelike to get me in. Is a time loop of an island with 8 people on it that you have to kill, and if you die, it's straight back to the fucking start, and you have to plan it out again. That to me is the roguelike. Fucking take that idea. Someone make it. Someone make Deathloop the way I want it, because that's.
I also
feel
like that
that's the
there's
roguelike.
8 targets. Because if you turn an 8 sideways, it's an infinity.
It wrote itself. Why did you do this, Deathloop? Why? But no.
Damn, I didn't know Tetsuya Nomura made this game.
No. It's 8, not 13. He's obsessed with the number 13.
But no, that's Deathloop. I'm still hoping that I like it, and I still will probably pick it up. But I was expecting something else, and the more I see of it, the more I'm like, I just feel like I need to play this for myself. I don't think your gameplay is kind of justifying it to me. But anyway, moving on. Let's be more positive. Rainbow Six Extraction comes out on September 16th, and I'm sure the whole world is waiting to see another fucking Tom Clancy game come out. 6 millionth this decade. Can't wait. Can't wait.
I can't wait for them to tag a Tom Clancy game, an IP that does not, like, Ubisoft did not create with the term a Ubisoft original.
It is a Ubisoft. Yeah, everything's a Ubisoft original, apparently.
Yeah.
Copy and paste. Ubisoft
Apparently,
original.
even though Tom Clancy, created the world or whatever in the first place.
Some
Ubisoft
of these he didn't
original.
even. Some of these they didn't even create. Tom Clancy didn't even create. They just use it as a brand. Anyway, I digress. Ni no
That's
Kuni.
really weird.
Ni no Kuni 2 finally comes to Switch on September 17th. It's been on PlayStation for a while, but now both Ni no Kuni games are also available on Switch if you like
already.
JRPGs. Ni no Kuni 1 is on Switch, not 2, but now 2 has joined it.
Oh, okay.
Diablo 2 Resurrected comes to PC on September 23rd. Ethan got this cheekily in his draft because it very quickly got changed from a remaster to a remake, and I snatched it up because Vicarious Visions is working on this, so it's probably going to be decent. Not interested. Never been interested in Diablo. I know Sam likes Diablo, but he's never here, so he can't tell us about how good it is.
He's not here.
I was along for the ride playing Diablo 3 with my siblings, but they probably won't grab this. And if they do,
Especially because it is on. I thought it was on console as well. Am I dumb? I thought it says on the list.
I think if it's not coming day and date, it's supposed to come eventually, at least.
Working on it. No, apparently it's coming day and date. It's just.
Oh.
Apparently, yeah. Apparently it's day and date. It's just, yeah. Another indie game is also coming out pretty close to that on the same day. Sable is coming on that day, which I think we saw on someone's press conference.
It was a Keeley's thing, and it had the ladies singing.
That was it. Then everybody's ready to get back on this wild ride. Death Stranding Director's Cut comes on September 24th, includes racing, and that's about, and who knows what else.
The Wacky Man added a racing minigame.
We're all playing Mario Kart and Death Stranding, can't we?
Cracked me up.
Yeah. It's a $10
Reminds me of that
upgrade.
Metal Gear Solid skateboarding minigame.
Oh yeah, and like one of the versions of 2. It cracks me up.
Yeah.
The weird thing about that is that it's only like the PlayStation 2 version of Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance, and
yeah,
the HD remake or the HD port did not include it, and I don't know
Of course
why.
it didn't. Of course it didn't, because it's fucking Kojima. But no, we'll probably we talked about it a bit earlier, but I assume both me and Hunter will probably be picking this up just to check out what's new.
Maybe not right away, but I'll probably get it at some point.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the same day, fuck my life. There's Dragon Ball Z Kakarot comes to Switch if you want to play that game at 2 FPS, so that's there. And then Lost Judgment comes to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. A game that we all forgot existed until I remembered it existed and put it on my fantasy draft. Basically, sequel to
Sam
Judge.
would have remembered it existed because he likes the Yakuza games, but
Well, sucks to suck, Sam. Sucks to suck. You try and take my. We'll talk about this when we talk about the Fantasy League, but you try and take Forza away from me, I'm going to just take Lost Judgment in retaliation for even trying to take Forza away from me.
it's funny though. I didn't really know much about Lost Judgment aside from it being like a Yakuza spinoff.
It's a Yakuza crime
mysterious.
spin-off. Yeah, it's like a murder mystery kind of detective game.
Yeah.
with
So,
with
and
Yakuza
in the
gameplay.
trailer, I heard Greg Chun's voice, who did the voice for the main character of AI the Somnium Files. Now, suddenly, I'm more interested in this game because it's the murder mystery with the same lead as
But no, yeah,
the one I really loved last year.
yeah. For those of you who are not in the know, now that for some reason Yakuza Like a Dragon was turn-based, and for some reason they're keeping the turn-based combat system for future Yakuza games, which I'm like, we'll see how that plays out for them. But either way, Judgment and Lost Judgment is where the original Yakuza gameplay is going to stay, and they're just going to make more Judgment games, and that's going to be the Yakuza game, like Yakuza gameplay, beat 'em up kind of stuff. So there you go. But anyway, looks pretty cool. That's coming out then. Ghost Runner sounds familiar, but that whatever that is, I think it's already out.
Last year. It was like some kind of kinetic shooter game. I don't.
Well, September 28th, if you care.
Talk about it.
We mentioned Life is Strange Remastered is coming to everything on September 30th, including Nintendo Switch. Actually, is it coming to Nintendo Switch on September 30th? It's not on this list, but knowing them, it probably is. So I'm just going to assume it is. And then Game of the Year, Hot Wheels Unleashed, is on September 30th, just to round it out. And man, luckily October is fucking dead because we're already over an hour in and we're only on October. Buckle up, kids. We're still going.
Actually, October.
Actually.
Dread.
Oh, yeah. Anyway,
Boo.
let's talk about the actual games that matter. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania is coming to Switch on October 5th. I swear it's coming to PS4 as well. I swear I saw a PS4 box art for that shit. We're going to double check. Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania is coming to everything. Game Informer, what are you doing? It's coming to everything on October 5th. Which is what people have been asking for. You know, when they did that remake of the Wii game that no one wanted? Well, here are the actual Monkey Ball remastered games that you wanted in the first place. Yeah, Banana Blitz. There you go. Now you get Monkey Ball 1, 2, and whatever 2.5 3D remix or whatever the fuck the Monkey Ball games are called.
The story so far.
Yeah, the story so far. I would do that. Like, honestly...
I can't believe I was the master of masters all along.
Don't give him ideas.
I can't believe Ray Chase does the voice for I.
Don't give him ideas.
Reject Xehanort, return to monkey.
Return to monkey. It's time for another lads entry. Far Cry 6 comes to fucking everything except Switch on October 7th. And here's a spoiler for our review of Far Cry 6. It's the same as Far Cry 5, which was the same as Far Cry 4, which was the same as Far Cry 3, because those games haven't changed in a decade. And boy, once you've played one Far Cry, you've played them all. And my recommendation is maybe don't even play one Far Cry, because I think they're boring as shit, even for a Ubisoft game. But they always review decently, so don't worry, Kyle. The brain dead monkeys.
I wasn't
of the
worried.
world. Anyway.
I know what I'm doing.
I digress. Here's a game that Hunter is excited for. Metroid Dread comes to Switch on October 8th. Hunter, you made
Hunter
this.
just
Hunter,
materialized into existence.
Yeah, Hunter, as we all know, you developed this game for the Nintendo Switch in an attempt to spite us. How are you thinking it's coming along?
Oh man, I think this game's gonna be great. Aside from Chris Tales, it's probably my most anticipated game. That's like
It's a bit narcissistic, isn't it?
I didn't make this game, Ethan.
No proof.
Bet.
And
if I bring a Captain Falcon Streets of Rage game into the world in the coming years, then that's when we can say I have powers. Metroid Dread was just a prediction.
I still call insider trading, dude. I call insider trading on this one.
What do you know that we don't?
Yeah, exactly. Who's your source at Nintendo that told you everything?
Well,
what did Reggie tell you?
Obviously, it was my uncle that works there. Clearly.
Exactly.
Oh, of course.
But no, Kyle, are you looking forward to Metroid Dread?
Kind of. I'm not really big on 2D Metroids, or really Metroid at all. I've only played Super Metroid. Great game, though.
Well, me too.
I don't really feel anything about this game.
That's fair enough. I'm indifferent. Yeah. I'm not a massive fan of Metroidvanias, as everyone knows. I am monkey brain.
Yeah.
My brain too small for Metroidvanias. But I'm happy
Like
that
I
people are
played
getting
the
it.
two biggest Metroidvanias, and that's it. It's just
The two
Symphony of
that
the Night
gave
and
them
Super
the name,
Metroid. Yeah.
Literally, Metroid and Vania. You played them. Well done. Let's round of applause.
I did it. I played Metroidvania.
I've played
I haven't played
Metroid.
that many more, but yeah, we've had this discussion before. It was like Melee, those two, and then
Yeah.
Hollow Knight recently.
Then I
Also,
came
I've
to the
tried
realization that Guacamelee
Strider.
was a
Yeah.
Metroidvania, and I actually liked that one. And I was like, damn it.
Kyle's reaction to Guacamelee being a Metroidvania was my favorite thing of that episode.
Dude, I had no clue what that game was even about. I just heard the name. I think I assumed it was a fighting game.
No, close.
Dude, you can turn into a chicken and suplex things.
This is the greatest game ever made.
Exactly.
That's it. We peaked. Everyone else go home.
That's it. Roll it up. Back for Blood finally releases on October 12th for everything except for Switch. A game that I'm sure a lot of people are excited for. I never got into Left 4 Dead, so I don't really care that much. But I'm sure people are happy. Hopefully it's good.
Yeah. I'm antisocial, so this doesn't do anything for me, but
Yeah.
people will like it, so good for them.
Weeaboos, get on your kimonos and get ready for some cultural appropriation when Demon Slayer the video game releases on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on October 15th. Don't know what it's about.
Moveset appropriation, too. It looks like they just copied Virgil's moves from DMC.
Sorry, I just wanted to throw it at the fucking people about cultural appropriation. I just don't know why. It just makes me laugh. It always makes me laugh when I see a white person on Twitter say that it's cultural appropriation when it's not even their culture. I love it, dude. Sorry. Getting on a tangent. But hey. The Dark Pictures anthology House of Ashes comes to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. Another horror game from the people that made Until Dawn, who have been making these smaller ones as of recent, which I've not really ever heard anything of. Like, I've heard they come out.
That's because it didn't. They don't make the same splash, and honestly, I don't understand why Until Dawn made the splash that it did. I didn't think it was that good.
I think it was just because it was a campy horror game. Like, people were like, oh, it's like those cheesy fucking horror films that people like. It's like the whole kind of cabin in the woods, kind of teenagers dying, the classic. I think that's why it resonated with people.
Good, though. This
Yeah,
one's
true.
just kind of the more generic slasher kind of thing. Was why it was like, like, the reason I play horror games is because you remove this barrier that the movies have, and this one did not.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, Battlefield 2042 comes out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC 20 years early on October 22nd, 2022. That's a big push-up. Can't wait for it.
So, I've never been much of a, multiplayer shooter person, but why are so many people clamoring for this one? It feels like this Battlefield has an bizarre amount of hype.
Because the last quote-unquote modern Battlefield, this one's set 20 years in the fucking future, but the last modern Battlefield game was Battlefield 4, which was in 2013. It's been 8 years since a modern-day Battlefield game that was like a proper DICE Battlefield game. There was a spin-off called Battlefield Hardline, which was about the police, which, as you can tell, probably hasn't aged very well.
Probably not.
But other than Battlefield Hardline, literally the main Battlefield games that came out recently were Battlefield 1, which was a World War 1 game, and Battlefield 5, which was a World War 2 game. Don't ask me why they didn't follow the fucking naming convention for Battlefield 5.
That they set up for themselves. Yeah, this is weird.
But yeah.
It's also funny because it seemed like they were totally, with the Battlefield 1 thing, it was like, okay, people are annoyed that Call of Duty is going back, or keeps proceeding into the future. And it worked well for them doing Battlefield 1. It feels like there was a bunch of positive feelings about that.
Yeah, but then by Battlefield 5, everyone was sick.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing.
That's what I was saying. Is after that, they were like, oh, we're going to follow up with a World War II. And they just apparently missed the boat.
Apparently all first-person shooter franchises need to learn this, where it's like, it was like Call of Duty did 3 future games in a row, and people were like, we're sick of future games now. Instead of going, let's have one company make future games, one company make historic games, and one company make modern games, so that every 3 years or so you get a rotating genre so that people don't get bored of it. They were just like, no, 3 future games. And Battlefield was like 2 historical games in a row. And it was just like, no. variety. But hey, I think that's why people are excited, because it's the first modern Battlefield in ages. Also, it has tornadoes in it, and you can fucking wingsuit into them. So I think that's why people are really excited for it, because people want to wingsuit into a tornado, which you apparently don't die in. So that's fun.
That'll be a fun.
Well, no,
clip
you
to
have a
watch on
wingsuit.
YouTube.
Hell no.
Oh no, I'm sure that being inside a tornado wouldn't kill you if you had wings.
Exactly.
Birds just don't die in tornadoes.
Drink
We've
Red.
all seen
Yeah.
The Wizard of Oz.
Drink Red Bull. Don't die in a tornado. That's how it works, you know. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy also heads to everything except. Oh, it is coming on Switch as a fucking streaming game. I forgot about that. On October 26th. That game looks interesting. I'm interested in it, but God, was that fucking showing at the Square Enix conference awful. Age of Empires 4 comes to PC on October 28th, and then on October 29th, this podcast ends as well as our friendships when Mario Party Superstars comes to Nintendo Switch.
I can't wait.
You guys excited?
This is the first time in a long time I've been excited for a Mario Party game.
And all it took was them adding online.
This one might be.
Like,
It really
10 years
online
late.
and showing the old boards and the old mini games. It's just repackaging the old Mario parties.
Yeah.
That's all Nintendo fans want. We don't want anything new.
I mean, it's true. Look at
Now bring back Paper Mario and make it good, please.
That's asking one too many
man.
things.
Man, just go play Book Fables. You'll be okay.
Yeah, I'll play that at some point.
But and that wraps out October. We have got 2 more months. Hold in, guys, because we've got November and December to go. November is an interesting one. If you cash,
Oh god, this is really short.
yeah, November's yeah. But
I'm just looking at the list.
Yeah, but there's a load of interesting ones, so you're gonna have to hold on. Flash your minds back to 2013, because I feel like this was like a similar lineup here. Just Dance 2022.
We're not talking about Just Dance, Ethan.
It's on November 4th, Game of the Year. Forza Horizon 5 comes on November 9th, sorry, for Xbox Series X and Xbox One and PC. I've always heard good things about the Horizon games, so I'm sure.
I know it's probably gonna hit, but how funny would it be if they delayed this?
I'll be
too?
fucking pissed. That'll be three.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be 3 for 3 on racing games that Ethan's picked up that I'd have to fucking drop.
4th of July is over. Stop with the fireworks.
They're celebrating the release of Forza Horizon 5 on November 9th. What can we say? I'm going to be celebrating because that franchise always does 90s on OpenCritic, so I'm going to be reaping the points in on that day. It's going to be a good day.
Oh, I heard that firework.
I heard that one too, but it's all good. Then, cast your minds back to 2013 when Grand Theft Auto 5 releases on its 3rd generation of consoles on November 11th. I didn't realise that I got a date. I did not realise that was dated, but I can't wait to hop back into the world of GTA 5 for the fucking 3rd generation in a row.
Oh,
And if
yeah.
I think I'll 100% probably be picking this up because GTA Online has been for like the past 8 years. Fuck my life. For like the past 8 years, it has been a piss around game with friends where, you know, a lot of my friends don't play the same games, but we all bought GTA 5, so we'd all just piss around. We'd all just drive around and crash into each other and do stupid stunt races and do stupid stuff. So I'll 100% be picking it up, and I can't wait for GTA. I hope it isn't like the PS4 version, where the PS4 version also ran like shit. I'm hoping that this next gen GTA 5 is actual GTA 5, like runs at 60, runs well, doesn't chug, doesn't have load screens the fucking length of a fucking movie. Those are my hopes. We'll see if they actually hit. We thought it may never happen, but it's actually happening. Shin Megami Tensei 5 releases for the Nintendo Switch on November 12th. This game has been like 5 years in the making, at least. But it's finally
Something
here.
like that, yeah.
It was announced in the January event for the Nintendo Switch before it came out in the March. We've known about this game pre the Switch's release.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It was a part of the reveal event for Switch.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Like,
why?
I forgot about all of that. The first time I can recall seeing this was last year during one of their partner mini
Same.
showcases or whatever.
No, Shin Megami Tensei fans have been
Yeah.
waiting for
No,
ages for
yeah,
this. I don't know what it is about Atlas and having their 5th entry in a franchise take longer than it intended, but here we are. They're 2 for 2 now with Shin Megami after Persona, with Persona taking fucking forever. So, I
At
don't
least
know.
it made it onto the console generation.
Yeah. Are you guys interested in
Persona made it
SMT?
Barely.
onto the PS3.
Yeah, are you guys? Yeah,
Uh,
Persona. Are you guys interested in SMT5?
Not
I might
really.
get it, but
I'm tempted to
It's
get
a
it, but it's not
matter
in the good way. It's in the way of if I don't buy it, I bet you this is going to be a real bastard to find if I want to get it later physically. It's just one of those where
I still kind of want to play Nocturne first, but I'm waiting for that to dip a little lower in price.
yeah, it was a bit ridiculous. But no.
November and December tend to be the months that I kind of squeak in all the other games I've wanted to play during the year. So I guess it depends on whether or not I want to do that, or if I'll just be like, oh, I'll buy the new game and play that for the rest of the year.
Yeah. 2 games that aren't on here, but I'm going to add them anyway because this is where they will lie. Call of Duty 2021 will be released in this fucking month because it always is. It always has been. Always will be. There it will sit. Also, another game that will 100%...
Unless the world ends.
Unless the world ends. Another game that will sit here is Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite will also come out in November. I believe the reason that they haven't given a release date is because they're waiting for Call of Duty to give theirs so that they don't have the same release date. That is my 100% my fucking belief.
Yes. That's why Horizon was waiting for Zelda to say that they were coming out next year.
Yeah, exactly.
God, now just give a release date, Horizon.
No, they're waiting for Call of
Please.
Duty as well. They're like, we don't want to get butchered by that as well.
Oh my god. That's 2 different audiences.
Yeah. I think it would 100% just be because PlayStation for a while has had the marketing deal with Call of Duty for a while, so that's the reason that I'd give, not because of the audiences.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then I'm not gonna. The final games that we're gonna mention that are coming. There's a Final Fantasy 14 expansion. If you're into that, I'm sure you're all. If you're into Final Fantasy 14, I'm sure you're buzzing for that. That's on November 23rd. That's Endwalker. But on November 19th, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Pokemon Shining Pearl come out on Nintendo Switch. I was trying to think of a funny way of saying it, but I've got nothing. Any hopes? Any dreams?
No.
Are we just
No.
hoping that it's tolerable at this point?
I mean,
I think at this point I'm kind of over Pokemon.
I've
I haven't
I've been over it for
deeply
years.
entrenched into Pokemon since Silver, so this is indifferent to me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still going to pick it up because Gen 4 was the gen that I grew up with the most, so I'm 100%. I want to be a part of that group where they're like, they massacred my boy and see how it goes. But we'll see.
I don't know. I just have no interest in getting it because if I want to play Gen 4, I have it on my shelf over there.
Yeah.
And if I want to play competitive, I have Pokemon Sword, which is going to stay the competitive game.
Yeah, 100%. But no, we'll see how
I know it is
Yeah.
because they're getting rid of like everything for this game.
Oh yeah,
And
because they're not even doing the thing that they
The
typically
Dynamax.
did with the
They're not doing. They're not. It's not.
remakes where they
Yeah, it's
bring
not
the
an actual.
mechanics from their current generation back.
Yeah,
Right.
because it's not Game Freak making this; they outsourced it to someone else.
It's a remaster, not a remake.
Yeah.
It's the same game. They've changed nothing apparently.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, I have hope that it at least looks a bit better. Some people pointed out how with the Switch OLED fucking commercial, they showed Brilliant Diamond.
Oh baby.
And the 3 fucking screenshots they did show of them, they did look better than they did from the reveal, where they did look
It
more
Barely
acceptable.
looked different. I
Yeah.
know. But at this point, that's just what Pokemon looks like.
Yeah, but anyway, that's that. And then finally, we have December with such a fucking big lineup for December, guys. Hold your fucking horses.
That's what I was laughing at earlier.
Hold your horses, guys. We're going to be here for
I
a while.
spoiled myself and looked at December.
December, we have Advanced Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp by Way Forward on December 3rd, which I'm sure people are excited for that liked Advanced Wars.
I don't know if I'll
I
get
trust
it right.
WayForward to make this game. WayForward's a good company.
Yeah, they're cool. I don't know if I'll get it right at launch, but it's one that I could see myself picking up at some point, because I've heard nice things about Advanced Wars and it seems interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Probably same.
I'm not, but hey, I'm glad people are happy. And then
Well, good
finally,
for
the
you,
final
Ethan.
dated game for this year so far. We're gonna get through the fucking massive list of TBD in a minute.
Oh lord.
But Dying Light 2 Stay Human comes to next gen, current gen, and PC on December 7th. I heard good things about Dying Light 1. People liked that game. So, hey, let's hope the second one.
Dropkick zombies in it.
You can drop kick zombies. It's Mirror's Edge, but you can drop kick zombies. That's basically what it is. And I've heard people had
There were
quite
these
a blast.
dudes with hazmat suits that you could hit like their oxygen tank, and they'd like do a little. It'd be like letting the air out of a balloon.
Oh, nice.
Except ragdolling body. So that was fun. This was one of those games that I bought to play with siblings and was along for the ride for, but would never buy on my own.
Yeah, fair enough. But hey, hopefully people enjoy the second one. We are going to end this because, my God, this fucking list is huge. We are going to do rapid fires, and if you're interested in a game, tell me and we'll quickly talk about it, okay? I'm going to do rapid fires if you're interested.
It starts with abandoned.
Yeah. Abandoned coming to PlayStation 5.
Among Us.
Among Us. Hang on, guys. It seems a bit sus in here because Among Us is coming to PlayStation and Xbox later this year. Don't vent on me, Kyle. Am I right,
Please
gamers?
laugh at our funny Among Us jokes.
Looking a bit sussy, if you ask me. Axiom Verge 2 comes to PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. That did have a date, but now it doesn't. Isn't that fun? It doesn't have a date. I thought that has a date.
It is on Sam's list.
Did it get delayed
It's
again?
estimated for summer,
Oh, okay.
which is now.
Maybe
So-
it comes
Why
out.
is Babylon's Fall on this list? They said it was coming in 2022.
Did they? Cool. Well, Babylon's Fall isn't coming out
They
then.
did. It was at the end of their bad E3 trailer.
Oh. Well, now, there you go. So it's not coming out this year. Gosh, Game Informer, do your job. There's so many games, so little time. There's so much shit. Cyberpunk, maybe.
I mean, considering that they made this in January or in the beginning of the year, it's probably they just didn't
But-
update the list.
But Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy is on here, so they updated it like a couple of weeks
right,
ago.
yeah.
They've updated
They
this.
might
Oh
not-
yeah, it has E3
Okay, so
stuff.
they might not have like went and fixed entries, but they might have added other
Right, here we
ones,
go.
I guess.
Cyberpunk
Danganronpa
2077
Decadence.
will apparently make its way to PS5 and Xbox Series X later this year. We'll see. Yeah, okay.
Oh, goody.
Danganronpa
We'll
Decadence
see.
is coming to Switch in December. That includes Danganronpa 1, Danganronpa... Sorry, I should say it properly. Trigger Happy Havoc, Danganronpa.
Oh my god.
Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Fucking Good Video Game. And Danganronpa 3, we'll see if it's good when I play it.
Goodbye, despair.
Ah!
Danganronpa.
It also includes Danganronpa
Killing
S
me.
Ultimate Summer Camp, aka Danganronpa S Ultimate Fan Service, which will come to fucking...
The
which is
beach
included,
episode.
yeah. If you wanted to see all your favourite Danganronpa characters in a swimsuit, now you can. Off you go. Have fun. You do you. Destiny 2 has an expansion, apparently. Fucking, there you go. I love how there was a couple that I was actually interested in a row, and then now it's like... Oh, Fall Guys is still supposed to come to the rest of those platforms this year. Where's that? Where's Fall Guys? Ghostwire Tokyo for PS5 and PC, maybe. Maybe not.
Yep.
Halo Infinite. we
I still
mentioned,
believe.
Probably. It's got Hollow Knight on here. They're fucking not happening. Horizon Forbidden West
Yeah,
may
that's
make
not
its
gonna
way
happen.
to PS5 and PS4.
I still
Hunter,
believe.
is it Hunter? Are you still excited for Horizon Forbidden West?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna come out this year.
Oh boo.
I'll be jazzed for it. Sorry, Kyle.
Lego Star Wars.
I
the
only care about
Skywalker-
the points.
Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. Hunter, you excited for Lego
I
Star
love
Wars?
Skywalker Saga just because it
Oh,
got delayed to
no.
nowhere.
It did get delayed to nowhere. I don't care about the.
I
Lego
don't get it.
games. If it gets
Right, I don't mean to undermine people's craft, okay? I understand how game industry works. I understand how much time and effort it takes to make a video game. I understand it, and I mean this with all sheer respect. But how fucking long does it take to make a Lego game? You guys used to shit these out every year, and now all of a sudden, the Skywalker Saga's like the fucking curse. You've already done 7
The
of the
other-
films before. You only have to do fucking Last Jedi and Rise of... And I know they're shit, right? I know it's hard to make fucking Rise of Skywalker look any way appealing. I know that's a challenge from Telltale, from Traveller's Tales, but it shouldn't take this long, surely.
One of my
The
favorite
funny-
things is that I was watching a Kid Icarus video recently from like 2019, and he was talking about how the Skywalker saga was going to be coming out soon. And now it's 2021, halfway through it, and it got delayed to nowhere.
It's like also people who are buying Lego games are probably willing to accept a game that is not revolutionary.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the entire Lego franchise.
Yeah. Like, as long as you could make it acceptable.
Yeah, no clue. Like I say, a load of people are like, oh, COVID. But I'm like, this game was supposed to be out pre-COVID. Like, it was supposed to be out, like, when Rise of Skywalker came out. Like, where the fuck has this game gone, dude? Like, it just fucking vanished. There's
Honestly,
guys, there's so many good games.
They should have just made up their own episode 9, too.
Probably would have
because
been better.
It would have made about as much sense as the other one. Or as the real version.
Is that supposed to be coming out this year? Oxenfree 2?
What? I think so. It didn't get a date.
It's
but I
Not
believe
according to this
they said-
list.
It says 2021. I'm surprised no one's picked that up. No one risking it. Anyway.
It's one of those things where, like, Oxenfree was and getting owned by it being delayed wouldn't be worth the
True,
11 points I
true.
might get.
Panzer Dragoon VR is apparently happening. Pokemon Unite. Still waiting for Pokemon Sleep. Nintendo. Haven't slept since that announcement because I've been that excited. So
Haven't
please.
slept yet. How do I do it?
How do I do it? I need Pokemon Sleep. I swear Rune Factory 5 got delayed, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Well, it came out in Japan and got delayed out of the year
Oh yeah,
for the West, and that's why I had to take it off my list
that's
because
right.
of the Persona rule.
Yep.
I'm
And
like, wasn't that
apparently
on
it doesn't
someone's
count
list?
if it only came out in Japan. And I can't pick it next year because the Persona rule disqualifies it.
We'll be we'll be
Isn't
going.
this fun?
We'll be talking to the higher
And
ups.
it
We'll be
was
going to the board
a
of
good
directors
pick.
for the Persona rule next year. We'll see how we'll be rediscussing.
Aren't you the higher up?
I cannot confirm or deny who the higher ups are, who the people in power are, but I will be having.
We have to present our
Talks.
case to the council.
Yeah, we're having talks with the council. I'm
the
sure
council
in
will
January.
decide your fate.
In January, we'll be having those talks with the council, and I'm sure it'll be all good. This
I feel
one just
like
made
those
me
talks
laugh.
should be happening before January.
This one made me laugh, so I'm just gonna mention it. Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 is apparently coming onto the PlayStation 5. Just Sherlock Holmes. No particular story, just Chapter 1 of Sherlock Holmes.
Not Herlock Sholmes.
No Sherlock Holmes.
It is.
Solar Ash is still
Tragic.
supposed
It's
to be
also
coming this year.
weird that I haven't heard. Yeah, it's supposed to be. They didn't date it yet, which I was hoping for a date at the state of play, but I guess not. Oh well.
Temtem is also supposed to be coming to Xbox and Switch this year, but not heard anything on that.
No, that's the Pokemon Slayer, isn't it?
It is. And I swear Stanley Parable
You could
Ultra-
call it that.
It's basically
That's just what I know it as.
it's basically
is the thing
Pokemon. Do they have a release year for this fucking thing? The last thing I was checking was
Oh,
no, it's still
Parable.
Stanley Parable. Yeah, it's supposed to be 2021. Yeah, that's still scheduled for 2021.
Wasn't it supposed
But
to come out like a couple years ago?
2019, and then they made a joke. They made like this big shit post where they delayed it to 2020, and then they made an even.
What do
and then
you
they made
mean
an
we're
even
supposed
bigger
to come out at the
shit
same
po-
time as The Last of Us?
Yeah, and then
I
it was, and
remember
then
it was
they-
like there.
no, that was the even bigger shit post where they then delayed it into 2021. They delayed it again. They kept like. It was like, they just kept shit posting that thing to oblivion. So who knows? Maybe it'll come out this year. Probably not. Probably 2022. They're probably making another shit post as we speak. But with that, as far as I'm aware, guys, that is the entirety
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else.
of the release schedule. There's also Shredders, which is a, if I remember correctly, was a game. It was like a snowboarding game. It was at the
Was that
Xbox
the
event.
snowboarding game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a couple of games here that I believe weren't on it. Like, Danganronpa is December 3rd. Thank you, Wikipedia. Ghostwire Tokyo is still TBA in October, but okay. But no, I think we covered I think we covered a majority of things. I think we're good to go, guys. I think we did it.
Way to go, team.
I think we did it.
It's been a couple weeks and we still remember how to do this. Hell yeah.
Well done, everybody. And why don't you guys let us know in the comments if you've made it this far?
Tangents.
Yeah. If you made it this far, let
In
us
other words,
know.
it was a normal episode.
Yeah, it was a normal episode. Let us know what your games you're most excited
featuring
for the rest of the show.
fireworks.
Featuring fireworks.
The most obnoxious, like, random firecrackers someone just threw in my yard, apparently. I don't know if that
Nice.
actually happened. I can't actually see the ground, but it's what it sounds like.
You can hear them there. There you go. Bit of ambience to go. He's like, yes, the podcast is ending. Here we go.
The kings have returned.
Return of the King, exactly. But as always, our links are on screen right now. You can follow us on Twitter or head to YouTube. You can find us on all the socials, basically. Keep up to date with everything. If you'd be so kind, you can go and follow us on Twitter at HotGamersOnly. You can subscribe to both of the YouTube channels, youtube.com/HotGamersOnly. And if you want to find us on your favourite podcast services, head to the link tree in the description or on the Twitter where you can find us on your favourite podcast services, such as Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Final bit of housekeeping. I probably should have mentioned this at the start, but by the time you guys are watching this, on Friday through Sunday is the 1545, which is a speedrun marathon. Both myself and Kyle will be participating in that marathon. We'll be both racing Crash 2 for our represented teams. I am literally first up. I am literally starting the race for our team. So midnight UK time is the time to be there on the Saturday morning, I guess. But Friday evening, 7 p.m. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 7 p.m.
7, yeah.
7 p.m. Eastern on Friday. If you head on over, I don't know what the link is. Is it MCSN Network or something like that? Something like that. Or head to just follow us on Twitter. Both myself and Kyle will probably tweet it out.
We'll be posting updates.
Kyle's on Sunday at like 11 a.m. Eastern, right?
Yeah.
So
11:30.
11:30. Based on delays, Kyle might be a bit later. I'll definitely be at 12 because
earlier. Who knows?
Yeah, definitely at 12 because no one is delaying me. But that's definitely happening. But yeah, I think that's good. I think that's all we had to shout out. Thanks so much for listening. We'll be back same time, same place next week for more. Hopefully, no more delays. But until then, have an awesome week. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
See ya.
Toodaloo.